Afternoon and welcome to this League Cup clash between Nottingham Forest and Manchester City. It is winner takes all for this one to top the group and potentially qualify for the latter stages of the competition. Nottingham Forest will be underdogs in this one, however do have danger at the top end of the pitch. Got him Boye-Hlorkah, the obvious danger for the hosts. As for Manchester City, naming a strong side as well, sitting top of the WSL, of course. Grace Clinton and Bunny Shaw, the two who are the real talismanic forwards for them, alongside Lauren Hemp as well, who's not shy in front of goal, and a wealth of talent at the back as well. City looking to impose themselves in the early stages of this one. Hemp with it running from the left-hand side. Nice little interchange as well as she looks to find an opening on goal. She's going to go from distance and forces a smart save out of Emily Batty. City on the front foot once more. Clinton has it. Has support from Coombs. Into the area, hits Clinton, and there is the opening that Manchester City have been pushing for. Clinton, right place at the right time. Lovely layoff from Bunny Shaw. A perfect goal from Manchester City. Instinctive back heel from Bunny Shaw, and Clinton, first time, knew where the back of the net was. Forest looking to hit back in this one, looking to play through that press of Manchester City. Menacing ball over, well defended. Big tussle for possession as Hasegawa loses out. Shot from distance from Boye-Hlorkah. It was dipping. It was a testing one for Cummings, but the Manchester City keeper came out on top. She just shrugged off the ball, and here come Nottingham Forest once more. Forest have certainly grown into it recently, but they've let City in here again. Here's Shaw, forces a save from the goalkeeper. Still a chance on here for Manchester City. Shot from distance, and it's parried round the post. A big, big save there from Emily Batty. They let Manchester City in. She spares her defence's blushes. The resulting corner kick is taken in towards the near post, and it's gone through, and eventually it is turned in. Lauren Hemp pokes home from point-blank range, and City have their second goal in 6 minutes, double their advantage here. The rain really beginning to pour here at the City ground as Nottingham Forest launch another attack. This shot from the angle, it's off the post, but it was a wicked, wicked effort from all of 20 yards out or so. But City's relief, it went wide. Lovely diagonal ball. Shaw just can't bring it under control, but there's the effort off the crossbar again. City turning up the heat here. Still an opportunity from distance if they can manage to fashion the effort on goal. Laura Coombs tries to swing it back into the middle. This time Forest managed to clear the lines, but what an effort that was from Laura Coombs that rattled off the crossbar. Kasper looks to keep it in play and does so. Lovely one too. Options in the middle again. Shaw is there, off the post again. Somehow City haven't added a third. In the end, the free kick goes away of the home side. But what a rocket that was from Laura Coombs off the crossbar. And just moments later, Bunny Shaw with a brilliant header clips the inside of the post, but somehow stays out. Nottingham Forest do well to win the possession back here, and it's a weaving run forward as City look to get numbers back behind the ball. Decent pass into the area, and here comes a shot, and it's into the side netting. Cara Hamilton there tricked half of the stadium into thinking she'd found the back of the net. Nottingham Forest just can't quite find a way back into this one. Lovely ball through to her, but Hamilton's effort only finds the side netting. City looking to put some gloss on the performance, and they've hit the upright yet again. Still an opportunity here somehow they just can't find that third goal. Continuing to apply the pressure with a lovely wet ball out to the left-hand side. The cross loops over everyone. We're just looking for that third goal, City, to put some gloss onto this performance. Still an opportunity to do so here, however, the referee calls an end to proceedings. Manchester City through into the knockout stages of this one. 2-0 the scoreline. It could have been more, but full-time. Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 2.
Of course, a disappointing result there, but some real pockets of quality. Just give us your side of things from being on the pitch today.
I think it was a good game to play against City. They're a quality side, top of the league in the WSL. But I think it was just lapses of concentration for the goals. We sat off obviously a lot because we know they're a good team with the ball, but we had some good chances, we just didn't take them. But yeah, as I said, it was just concentration in the 2 goals, which is frustrating. But yeah, I'm proud of the girls for the performance and the chances that we actually had, so it was good, yeah.
It's a shame that the journey in this competition is now over for you guys, but if we look at the journey that you've had so far, playing some really top quality sides, how as a player do you feel that's improving your game, not just individually but as a team?
I think it gives us confidence. Like obviously we played Newcastle, who's in our league, and we played some good football against them. Then we went to Everton and we played again, and we just keep stepping up the performances, especially against the topper opposition. So there's a lot of positives to take. Obviously, for me personally, I'm disappointed. I hate to lose, so I've got to take it on the chin. But the performances and the attitude that we have against the WSL sides, it shows like the direction that we want to go in. And if people watches the game, then you see the quality that we have in the dressing room. So we keep building.
Well, there was definitely a lot of eyes on you watching that today. The fans were absolutely brilliant. Have you got a word for them?
Yeah, the fans are amazing. I've just been speaking then. Without the fans, it's boring. So yeah, I'm grateful that all the fans support me and they give me energy when I come off the pitch or when I'm on the pitch and I hear them. So I'm grateful for them. So thank you to the Forest fans.
Carly, unfortunately, the end of the journey for you guys in the Subway League Cup. However, a really brilliant game to watch. Just assess that for us.
I thought, I'm really proud of the girls. I think when you have to go and play against the league leaders in the WSL who are in very good form at the minute, they didn't make too many changes as well, which is, I think, a little bit of respect to us, but equally shows their ambition to get silverware this year and get out of this group into the quarterfinals. So I thought we were very good. I think we obviously set up in a shape to try and disrupt their momentum and stop them from being able to get into the spaces that they can be really ruthless, which is in the centre of the pitch. And I thought we did that in the first half. I'm disappointed with the 2 goals. One from a goal kick and a set piece. They're easily solved, and that's always a disappointing one. But the fact that we come out in the second half, we had really good spells of possession. We showed that we can compete from a football perspective with these teams, and we've actually created a couple of really good moments ourselves. I know Cara's kicking herself that she didn't finish that one. Rose had one from the edge of the box that I'm sure she'll be disappointed with. We've had a few sort of like scrappy moments where the ball's dropped down and we've not quite been able to get on the end of it. So it's really positive signs. When you think how far we've come in this 2.5-year journey, to be able to go toe-to-toe in the best way that we possibly can against the league leaders, a WSL side that are well established, I think really shows the growth in the group and the club. And I'm delighted for the players.
I'd love to talk about that a little bit more, but in a broader aspect in the competition itself. Debut for Nottingham Forest in the Subway Women's League Cup, and a difficult Group 2, coming to the top 2, potentially making it through to the quarters. How much have you seen your team learn from the opposition that they've had to face through the group stages?
I think it shows that any team, even at the top level, have vulnerabilities, and you've seen that a little bit today. We've created some moments against a very, very good outfit. But on the flip side of that, they can be deadly and ruthless when they've got the ball. And so moments of concentration are so important when you're playing against top sides like this. We've seen that against Everton. It was one lapse of concentration. It's a loose ball and you get punished. You know, a set piece today, you know, you're playing against people such as Boye-Hlorkah, who are aerially really dominant, and you concede in those moments. So you have to stay switched on, you have to be composed in those critical moments. And those are some of the learnings that we'll take away. But the biggest learning is that we can compete, and that has to be the message, leaving or exiting the Subway Cup and leaving today.
Obviously, with big occasions comes fantastic support from the Forest fans. It was great to have it at home and see the City ground filled with fans supporting you guys. What was it like for you on the touchline?
Yeah, it's brilliant to see them come out, particularly on a wet and windy day in Nottingham. I think obviously you could see there was a little bit of frustration from the fans in the first half, which is to be understandable. You know, they come used to seeing us dominate the ball, but of course you have to pay respect to the opposition that we're playing against. And actually the defensive discipline that we showed in the first half, that's important, and that's a huge part of the game when you're playing against top sides such as Manchester City. So the second half, you've seen us grow into the game, and then you see our football come to fruition, and we've created some good moments from that. And that's when you heard the crowd really get behind the team. I asked them in my pre-match to back every action, whether that's an attacking action or a defensive action, and they've done that today. So huge thank you to the fans that have made the journey to come out on a, like I say, a wet and windy night or afternoon. We always, it means a lot to us to have them here. Stick with us. We're obviously on a journey, and hopefully now we can build on today and put that into the last two league games after the international break.
Well, yeah, focus back now to the league. We're back here at the City Ground on the 7th of December against Sunderland. Just what are you expecting from that game?
Another tough game. Every team in the league is a difficult outfit. Obviously, Sunderland are doing well. They'll want to climb up the table as well as everybody else. Everyone wants to be in and amongst and around that top three come Christmas, because you give yourself a good opportunity going into the second half of the season. So they'll be a hard outfit, definitely. They're going to want to come and get points. But we equally need to make sure that it's 3 points for us on that day. So with two very good sides again going toe to toe. We just know we're going to need to be at our best, as we do every single week, to try and get points out of these teams.